Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Tanvi Taneja with the Midday News. The headlines. Delhi police arrest 10 persons for violence during protest outside Jamia Millia Islamia against Citizenship Amendment Act. CBI seeks maximum punishment for Uttar Pradesh MLA Kuldeep Singh Sengar in 2017 Unnao rape case. Curfew lifted in Guwahati after improvement in law and order situation. Flight services resume at all airports. In Jharkhand, campaigning reaches its peak for the fifth and final phase of assembly elections on Friday. And a special court in Pakistan announces death sentence for former Army Chief Parvez Musharraf in a high treason case. The Delhi police today arrested 10 persons for violence during protest outside Jamia Millia Islamia last Sunday. All the arrested have criminal background and none of them are students. A raid was conducted last night during which the arrests were made. The Supreme Court today said the High Courts should be approached first on pleas alleging police atrocities on persons protesting against the amended Citizenship Act. The court also asked as to how buses were burnt during the protests in Delhi. A bench headed by Chief Justice S.A. Bobde today commenced hearing on pleas, including that of the Alumni Association of Jamia Millia Islamia University. The bench said they don't want to spend time knowing facts and the petitioners should go to the lower courts first. In Assam, curfew has been lifted in Guwahati following further improvement in law and order situation. Authorities have also lifted day curfew from Dibrugarh. Restrictions on broadband services have also been lifted. However, suspension of mobile internet will remain in place till 9 a.m. tomorrow. The Chief PRO of the Northeast Frontier Railway, Subhanan Chanda, said that all efforts are on to fully normalize the train services in the state.
All the long-distance trains towards Delhi is running normally, and the long-distance trains towards Calcutta, they have been cancelled since day before yesterday, and they are expected to be started from tomorrow. All the local passenger trains and intercity trains which were cancelled are now being restored. We are continuously monitoring the situation, and as soon as the situation improves or normalizes, all the train services will be resumed.
Flight services are also operational at all the 10 airports in the northeast. More from our correspondent.
Curfew has been lifted completely in Guwahati city following the improvement in the law and order situation. Offices, banks and business establishments are open and vehicles are also plying on the roads in Guwahati city. However, schools are to remain closed at few places including Guwahati till the 22nd of this month. The running of local passenger trains is also a sigh of relief for the commuters. Flight services are operationalized in all the 10 airports in Northeast. The Assam government has made repeated appeals to the protesters not to involve in violence in the name of democratic protest. The Assam police has arrested around 200 persons for their alleged involvement in anti-social activities. Manas Pratim Sharma, AR News, Guwahati.
In Meghalaya as well, the administration relaxed curfew in Shillong's Lumdingiri and Sadar police stations from 6 in the morning to 7 in the evening. The curfew was imposed following violent protests. In Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath today spoke to all senior police officers through video conferencing and asked them to keep an eye over those who are spreading rumours in the name of the Citizenship Amendment Act, CAA. He also suggested to engage important persons of society, clerics of all religions, and communicate to them that CAA is not against any religion or caste. The Chief Minister said that those who are indulging in arson are not students but rioters. He gave directions to take strict action against those who are taking law in their hands. A Delhi court today adjourned the hearing on quantum of sentence to the former BJP member and UP MLA Kuldeep Singh Sengar in the 2017 Unnao rape case until 20th of December. The court has sought for his nomination papers to ascertain his financial status for determining the compensation to the victim. Meanwhile, the CBI has sought life imprisonment before the Delhi court against the convict in the case. The court was hearing arguments on the quantum of sentence for Kuldeep Singh, who was convicted by the court yesterday for rape and abduction of a minor girl in 2017. Sengar's offences can invite a maximum punishment of life imprisonment. Sengar, a four-time legislator who is also accused of hatching a criminal conspiracy against the survivor's family and causing them harm, was convicted under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences (POCSO) Act. The Supreme Court will hear tomorrow the review plea of one of the convicts in the 2012 Nirbhaya gang rape case, Akshay Kumar Singh. Ahead of the hearing, the victim's mother hoped that the apex court will turn down his petition and deliver speedy justice to the family. Nirbhaya's mother, Asha Devi, said that the convicts do not have anything left to defend themselves and they are just taking such moves to prolong the case.
7 साल हमने क्या झेला है मैं आपको शब्दों में नहीं बता सकती। अपने न्याय व्यवस्था पर भरोसा करी हूँ। उम्मीद है कि आज उनकी पुनर्याचिका खारिज होगी और कल पटियाला कोर्ट हाउस में लोअर कोर्ट में डेट है। अब मुझे उम्मीद है कि कल डिसाइड हो जाएगा कि उनको कब फांसी हो।
A Delhi court today extended the interim bail granted to 6 accused, including former Niti Aayog CEO Sindhu Shri Khullar, till 27th of January in the INX media corruption case. The CBI opposed the bail application moved by the accused, saying they may tamper with the evidence if granted relief. The court adjourned the matter after advocates appearing for the accused sought time to advance arguments on replies filed by the CBI. The Supreme Court today dismissed a petition challenging the validity of the centre's 26-year-old notification declaring 5 communities, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists and Parsis as minorities. A bench headed by Chief Justice S.A. Bobde refused to entertain the PIL, seeking laying of guidelines to accord minority status based on state-wise population of a community. The bench, which also comprised Justices B.R. Gavai and Surya Kant, said religion must be considered pan-India. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. Campaigning has reached its peak for the 5th and final phase of assembly elections in Jharkhand. 16 constituencies of Santhal Pargana will go to polls in this phase on Friday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address an election rally at Bognadi in Sahibganj district this afternoon. More from our correspondent.
Addressing election meeting at Sarat in Deoghar, senior BJP leader and UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath alleged that Congress and its allies are using Citizenship Amendment Act as a political tool and misguiding people. State Chief Minister Raghubar Das said people have rejected false promises of the opposition parties during 4 phases of the elections in the state. On the other hand, State in charge of Jharkhand Congress, RPN Singh, alleged that people of the state have migrated due to unemployment. JMM Chief Sibu Soren exhorted people to come forward to change the government in the state. Besides leaders of the left parties, Jharkhand Vikas Morcha Chief Babulal Marandi and RJD leader Tejasvi Prasad Yadav are also addressing rallies to woo voters in support of their party candidates. With KK Lal, Ranchi, Renu Kataria for All India Radio.
The winter session of Uttar Pradesh legislature has begun today. The session will run for 4 days till 20th of December. The Yogi Adityanath government will table the second supplementary budget for 2019-20 fiscal. It is being tabled for getting legislative approval for meeting additional expenses during the course of financial year for ongoing or new projects. The winter session of Maharashtra legislature is going on in Nagpur. The second day of the session began on a stormy note over the farmers' issue. Our correspondent is telling us more.
The second day of assembly session in Nagpur began with the uproar in House over the financial assistance for farmers affected due to unseasonal rains. Leader of opposition Devendra Fadnavis demanded the adjournment of the House till the financial aid of 23,000 crore rupees is not announced by the government. The opposition and ruling party MLAs exchanged heated words which made the Speaker Nana Patole to adjourn the proceedings of the House for half hour. But owing to repeated ruckus by opposition, Speaker adjourned the House for whole day. The proceeding of House will commence tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Dhananjay Wankhede, AIR News, Nagpur.
India today successfully conducted a developmental trial of the land attack version of the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile from Chandipur Integrated Test Range of the Odisha coast. The DRDO said the test was conducted at 8:30 hours and met all flight parameters. It said the missile flew in the designated complex trajectory, meeting all mission parameters. The 9-meter-long missile can travel at thrice the speed of sound and can carry a conventional warhead weighing up to 300 kgs. Today's successful test of the Indo-Russian joint venture supersonic cruise missile has further bolstered India's national security. In a first in Pakistan's history, a special court today handed former military ruler Parvez Musharraf death sentence in the long-drawn high treason case. 3-member bench of the court headed by Peshawar High Court Chief Justice Waqar Ahmad Seth announced the sentence. The former military chief is currently in Dubai. The trial in the case of the former military dictator for clamping the state of emergency in November 2007 had been pending since December 2013. Musharraf was indicted in March 2014 and the prosecution had tabled the entire evidence before the special court in September the same year. However, due to litigation at the appellate forums, the trial of the former military dictator lingered on and he left Pakistan in March 2016. The Swiss government has said that Sri Lanka's reputation as a country that upholds the rule of law is at stake in the high-profile case involving alleged abduction of a local employee of the Swiss embassy in Colombo. A statement issued by the Swiss Foreign Ministry last night said it expects the Sri Lankan law enforcement authorities to comply with national law and international judicial standards and to ensure that the employees' rights are better protected. Earlier, Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, in his meeting with the Swiss ambassador yesterday, has termed the alleged abduction as a total fabrication. Gully Boy has crashed out of the Best International Feature Film race at the Oscars after the Academy unveiled shortlists for 9 categories. With Gully Boy out of the race, India's dry run at the Academy Awards continues as the country has never made it to the top 5 except on 3 occasions. The 92nd Oscars will be announced on 9th of February next year. In Madhya Pradesh, the popular classical music festival Tansen Samaroh is beginning in Gwalior from today. The 5-day festival is celebrated every year in the memory of one of the most eminent singers of Indian history, Mia Tansen. The event concludes on 21st of December and will be graced by many prominent artists. We have a report.
Tansen Samaroh, the oldest and esteemed classical music festival in India, is organized by Ustad Alauddin Khan Kala Evam Sangeet Academy under the Madhya Pradesh Culture Department. It is the 95th year of the festival. Artists from Greece, USA, Iran and Belgium will perform in different sessions of the Tansen festival. Noted vocalist Pandit Vidyadhar Vyas will be presented the National Tansen Award for 2019 today on the first day of the festival. Instituted by the Madhya Pradesh government, Tansen Award is given to outstanding exponents of the Hindustani classical music. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
Severe cold conditions have gripped the national capital with the minimum temperature settling at 10.4 degrees Celsius. The Met Department has forecast mainly clear skies with the maximum temperature hovering around 13 degrees Celsius. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Delhi police arrest 10 persons for violence during protest outside Jamia Millia Islamia against Citizenship Amendment Act. CBI seeks maximum punishment for Uttar Pradesh MLA Kuldeep Singh Sengar in 2017 Unnao rape case. Curfew lifted in Guwahati after improvement in law and order situation. Flight services resume at all airports. In Jharkhand, campaigning reaches its peak for the 5th and final phase of assembly elections on Friday. And a special court in Pakistan announces death sentence to former Army Chief Parvez Musharraf in a high treason case. And with that, we end the midday news.